So, One Piece chapter 1161 is here. We loved the chapter. We broke it down over on your channel, and now we're here to just kind of talk around the chapter. And Brago, leaving it, what was your favorite part?
I mean, I had a lot of fun with the Smers section, right? Just Smers being a villain in that sense. So I would say my favorite was like Garp. Garp after probably like Linlin's attack, but close behind that is Smers and his villainous speech and that entire monologue. I thought that was funny.
I do gotta say, you know, Smers, he's been taking a lot of L's, right? Here in current Elbaf, against Scopper, which, you know, to be fair, a lot of people lose to Scopper, but still, he didn't perform more than, like, what, 2 chapters worth of action, then he just kind of fell down. And then we expect him to lose, again, to either Zoro or Sanji. And then here in this flashback, he lost to Rayleigh, and it's like, yo, like, will Smers ever get an actual W? Will Smers leave the Rayleigh fight and go off and fight, I don't know, your Captain Johns, your Barbells? Will he fight Roger and push him back a little bit? Will Smers ever look good?
This is why they're saying this is how we know he's Sanji's matchup.
No, they're not saying that. Nobody's saying that. No way.
That's what they're saying, Sai.
They're saying that Smers has lost so many times that he has to fight Sanji just so Sanji can get an easy win.
I don't like it. Like, I hate that they're saying that about Sanji. Might be right.
The worst part,
that's probably his matchup.
The worst part is I do think that Smers is going to be Sanji's matchup. And that's why I kind of want Smers to perform better. Like, we know he's not done. And, you know, when it comes to the Sanji matchup, like, it's pretty apparent in my opinion. Like, if you had to pair up Killingham and Smers versus Zoro and Sanji, I do feel like Smers would go to Sanji just because Smers, effed up Robin, Nami's covered in thorns, Ripley's going after her son. It makes sense. Yeah, character-wise, It just makes a lot of sense. Like, Smers is, I would say he's one of the world's strongest woman beaters. So yeah, you know, Sanji fighting him, it falls in line. And they have the whole thing about love, and it's like, yeah, like, you know, Sanji would really mess him up.
Well, do you have a top 5 list?
For world's strongest woman beaters?
Yes.
No. I think Smers is on that list by himself, to be honest.
I don't know. Spandam?
Oh, Spandam. Yeah, he did lay the beat down on Robin.
Would Arlong be on there?
I don't know if Arlong would be on there. Because he shot Belmer. That's like that's a one tap.
Okay. So shooting is not as bad as smacking.
Yeah, smacking repeatedly, it's pretty bad, but, you know. Arlong, he treated people pretty equally, I'd say. Smers, like, he knows what he's going after.
He's saying Smers
revels in this.
Yeah, this is what he enjoys.
Yeah, you know, Smers just goes after little kids and women. That's his prerogative.
For Arlong, if you're a woman, then it doesn't matter. If you're human, then you can get it.
Like, Smers, if he was like a video game character, I feel like he'd be the type that has a passive that allows him to do double damage against women and children.
So if he's in Burning Blood 2, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if you play a woman character, you take double damage. Watch out, Boa Hancock! Like, imagine you're at a tournament and you play Boa, and then your opponent picks Smers. You're like, no!
Smers. You gotta switch out. That's like that was happening with Sanji, but the opposite, right? Because he couldn't hit women.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. So, yeah, Smers, even though he got knocked in this chapter, he's going to get back up. What's interesting is that none of the Knights of God were hit by Haki in this chapter, right? Between Smers and Mafy, it looks like none of the people here actually know that the Knights of God can regenerate yet. So they're in for a semi-rude awakening. I say semi because, I mean, you know, they still get blown to bits pretty easily, but they do get back up.
They're just super resilient because of the regen.
Yeah.
It's hard to judge them, right? Because you don't know if they're like this because, well, they've kind of catered or cultivated their fighting style around the regen. So they're like, they don't care if they get hit because they know they can come back. Or are they just really that incompetent? Because it doesn't look good that every time they match up with somebody, they get blown away, they get cut. But if you know you can't die, why would you care?
Yeah.
I mean, I would
and that's
assume
what
it still
sucks.
hurts, though, right?
Yeah, it still hurts.
Yeah,
Like
so I'm just
Saturn,
like,
right? Saturn got hit a couple times on Egghead, and he was still bleeding. I'm assuming that means he's in pain to some extent.
I mean, it
Unless
has
they're
to
like
be, right?
ores, but I mean, even in this chapter, Somers, he yelped when
He's
Shaggy
yelling.
kicked him.
Yeah. So it still hurts. So it might just be incompetence, but they know that they can't die. So it's
Yeah, and then of course, like
It's hard.
another thing we have to ask is, are they more brittle because they can regenerate? Like Saturn, for example, knocked through a couple of buildings. He lost a horn, lost an arm. Usopp shot Gunko in the face, and then half of her head was blown off, like she was fighting Dan Akainu at Marineford. And then even here, like, Whitebeard's cutting down trees and Mafy got cut in half. Like, does the regen make them less durable?
I don't know if it makes them less durable, but I think Oda if you're an author, you can play with that, where it's like you can show more because it's not blood and guts. It's like paper mache. So yeah, it can blow off his arm or his head. It's gonna come back. So I think, it'd be a chicken or egg thing. It's hard to say, but
Yeah,
they don't
it's
look
hard
good
to say.
right now. The God Knights don't look good. It looks like they're just not fodder, but
They're like high
bit-
tier fodder. It's like the VAs
Exactly.
on Egghead.
oh,
What?
as you're saying that.
Oh, wait, okay, whoa. I love the Knights of God so much, and the VAs of Egghead so much. But, I'm not delusional. I know what they are. I know where they rank. I'm not over here saying Somers is, YC level, as much as I would love to say that. Right now, his feats aren't exactly the best. Damage output-wise, I think it's solid. But just in terms of regen, like you said, I think it just makes them lazy, makes them a little bit incompetent. Hopefully, they get hurt on this island, so they start training around conquerors. Like, okay, don't laugh. That's a real thing. Maybe they're like, nobody's hurt us before, but now that we've been hurt, let's go to the hyperbolic time chamber. It's like Vegeta. You know what? You made this reference in your video, and I agree with it. Somers is like Vegeta. He just learned Super Saiyan, and he's living a high. And then here comes little old Android 18. She whooped his ass, and he's like, what do you mean? I'm the pinnacle of power. I never lose. I finally got Super Saiyan. I caught up to Goku. And now, after God Valley, guess what? Vegeta hops in the hyperbolic time chamber, and he's gonna come out looking even better. He's like, okay, now I'm not gonna lose. Now I'm Super Vegeta. We're gonna see Super Somers and Elbaf. He's not done yet. You're right, Brago. You're cooking.
Right. Vegeta. I mean, possibly, right? But if we let this play out even more, Vegeta got even more confident after that. And then
Hey.
yeah.
Hey. The Knights of God have to lose. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, they are a villain group. Somers, he's probably going to die by the end of series, or at least, get knocked down 1,000 pegs.
Yeah, I don't know. The God Knights, they're just not looking great.
Yeah.
I mean, I expect Shamrock to look good. I expect some of the others to look good as well. But, where's their place? Where are they? Where do you have them in the grand scheme of things? It's just,
do you remember
I really don't know what to do with them.
back when we first heard about the Knights of God? Remember how everybody was saying that they're above Admirals?
Yeah. Well, okay. I told people they were tripping. I think
That
it
was
got
a
even
legitimate
worse.
conversation for a minute, because Dragon was like, oh yeah, when the Knights of God make their move, that's when we act. And then everyone's like, oh my God, the status is there, the position is there, Dragon's fearful of them. They got like 9 or 10 Admiral level characters here. So how do you feel now that we've seen 2 Admirals in this chapter get whomped?
So I, as a, you know, defender of the Admirals, I've seen a lot. Right? I've seen
It's not your first
factions.
rodeo.
I've seen factions come and go. Okay, everybody that shows up, they're always compared to the Admirals. Okay, it just comes with the territory. Tobi Roppo.
Nobody said that about the Tobi Roppo.
The Tobi Roppo, there's like, oh my God, if who can do this?
If Sasuke can fly in the sky.
Sasuke. Oh my God, he can. Look what he did to Frankie Shogun. Greenville has no chance. Right?
That's crazy.
In general, like, no matter who shows up, they're compared to the Admirals, right? And Oda plays it up a little bit. We had Dofi clashing with Fujitora. Had a small moment with Kuzan. Right? It's just one of those things that happen. But I mean, it was established early, man. The Admirals, they're the powerhouses of the Marines. And so no matter whatever faction comes in, they're going to be outliers. Like, I think Shamrock's an outlier. It could be one more person. They probably could tussle with Admirals, but in general, like, we can't have, or it wouldn't make sense if all the God Knights were as strong as the Admirals. Because then at that point, bro, like, you should be sending these God Knights out in war. They can't die.
It's like one of those things. I'm sure you've seen the meme where it's like, oh, the lion doesn't concern himself with the thoughts of mice.
I think if the Yonko, well, I don't think Whitebeard, had a chance to defeat the world government. But like, if the Yonko is a threat that you think, send them out there. Go let them fight. Let them do their thing. But I think, for the most part, they're gimmicks. They're gimmicky.
Do you think they will ever leave the gimmick territory and become actual threats? Like, maybe, for example, we've only seen, I'd say, like 3 God Knights, maybe 4 fights so far.
Yeah.
Do you think that the rest of them are just going to outscale these? Like, maybe the next God Knight is the guy with the skull mask. He's revealed to be Saint Joshua L. Livingham. And he's over here clashing with Kaido. Do you think the other ones will look good? Or do you think this is around the area they're at, minus, let's say, Garling?
I think this is where they are. And you got to think about it. There's always a cap because of what's on our side. Our side being the Straw Hats and the Pirates. You can't make them too strong. Even if they're fighting the revolutionaries, you can't make them too strong. Like, if you make them all as strong as Admirals, so that means if the Straw Hats are fighting them, you're telling me that, how many God Knights are there? Was it 9, 10? That means that we get all the way to Usopp, and Usopp is fighting an Admiral? No, there's going to be variance, right? There's going to be variance to it. So I think that there are going to be some strong God Knights that are legit, right? I think at this point, I expect Shamrock to be a monster, right? I expect maybe one more person. I think even Gunko is an outlier because Gunko isn't just Gunko. It's hard to just judge her on that. She's like a special case.
Like Gunkamoo.
But, yeah. But after Shamrock, I expect somebody else to be decent. Maybe it's that woman. But they're going to be fine. Like, and I think that's the thing. Some fighters that show up, they can just be fine. Everybody doesn't have to be stronger than an Admiral. Like, it's, just like even when pirates show up, they don't have to be stronger than the Yonko. Like, it's fine. Like even when the Gorosei is like, oh my God, it's like 5 Kaidos. Sure. Oh. No,
there's 5 Kaidos on the island, guys.
No,
which I mean, I really do hope. I know that this is just like the fanficky version of myself, but I really hope that there comes a day where the Yonko team up against the Gorosei. Like Kaido and Big Mom, like if they're still alive, like maybe they come together and they fight the Gorosei. There's like, Kaido versus Warakuri, Big Mom versus Nisajuro or something.
It would get bad for them. It would get bad.
Bad for the Gorosei?
Oh my God. Because at some point we're going to figure out, it's just Conqueror's hockey control to defeat the Gorosei. God. bro. And then if you bring Kaido back, you're not gonna bring him back to lose.
Yeah, he's gonna
fighting
win.
again. He's gonna destroy them, and it's gonna look bad. It's gonna be embarrassing.
How about this?
No.
Maybe we see Big Mom and Kaido fight a Knight of God here at God Valley, and then that's gonna be like their future matchup, like a revenge match almost. Like Kaido's over here fighting Saint Somers, and then current day we see him again, and Somers is like, how are you, brat? And then Kaido's like, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, no, I mean, what Scopper got the best of him in like 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe not actually. I retract my statement.
No. I think what made the God Knights worse is if 17-year-old Kaido can like beat one of them.
Do you think 17-year-old Kaido could beat one of the Knights of God?
Yes.
You think so?
Because all right, here's my thinking. When Big Mom talked about Kaido in Whole Cake Island, what did she say?
She said, "I saved your life."
Or when she's talking to Luffy about Kaido, I said, "You're going to defeat that thing?" Right? And they said they hadn't seen each other in a while. So that means Big Mom is scaling Kaido's strength off of what she saw all the way back then. So Kaido's already a monster.
Yeah.
Right? So I think if he runs into any of these God Knights, and he's already mad about the whole Garp thing, not fighting back, and I think he'd foil the God Knight. And I think also that's probably what got him kind of maybe a bit overzealous when it comes to Roger. He started to feel himself a little bit. And,
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah.
Reality check.
It's tough, man. Like, it just feels like their main gimmick right now is just that they can't be wounded without Conqueror's Haki, which it kind of makes me question, like, a lot of these guys just aren't going to be Straw Hat opponents then.
Well, I think it's a story thing.
Yeah.
Where because they have regen, Oda can do this with them, where they get hurt, they get blown away. It's like a Zoro fight. Like, for most Zoro fights, this doesn't land because then it would kill him. So it feels like, even Zoro versus Rob Lucha, people's like, oh my God, that was a low diff. Because Zoro can't land an attack, because if he lands an attack, because he uses blades, it's typically over. But for me, with the Rob Lucci and Zoro fight, I'm like, it's still a mid-diff. Because he had to kind of wear him down a little bit, right? Even if he used the same attack, maybe it doesn't have the same effect. He has to wear him down a little bit. So I still look at it as mid-diff. But for a lot of Zoro fights, these attacks don't land because they're so potent. I think it's the same thing with the God Knights. Just, you can get away with this. You just tank it. Or they just regen. So it's like, it's whatever. But you can't judge it. You can't judge them. You don't know how to judge them.
And chances are, like, they're not used to Conqueror's Haki people, like, being around them. So it's like they just expect to regen anyways.
Yeah. It's
like,
not that many
even in this
Conquerors
chapter, right? Like, Whitebeard didn't use Conqueror's Haki. Rayleigh didn't use Conqueror's Haki. Like, they were just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
So
at some point, Scopper probably does.
How about this? The Knights of God right now are kind of ass. I agree with that. But. Emu shows up, and these guys lock in. They could be like, you mentioned this earlier, and I agree with it. You said that these guys were kind of like the Espada out of Bleach, and that they all might have like a awakening, a resurrection, where they just go to a different tier of power. Could you see that? Because Emu so far, we're equating the regeneration and the yokai transformations and etc. We're kind of equating that to Emu. Like, that's their power. Like, even the Abyss, right? That's all possibly coming from Emu. So, if Emu is this crazy spell casting wizard, typically wizards are known for buffing their teammates. Could Emu show up here and all these guys lock in, or they just transform? They get like 10 times stronger. And you even compared, you compared the Knights of God to Bleach captains as well in the world of the living, where they needed that Zenten Kaijo, or I forgot what it's called. It's like where the captains can't unleash their full power in the real world. They need like permission from higher up. Like, maybe it's like that. Or they're like, Emu, please let us release here. And then Emu's like, wish granted. And then boom, the real Saint Somers comes out.
Um, that's a bit much. Because we know Somers loses. However,
True. That is very true.
So like him having a resurrection to lose, maybe they could siphon off of Emu's power, like you said, pull more of it. But the thing is, like, Somers is still a god knight after the fact. So even him losing doesn't really affect his standing. You know, it's not like I guess Saturn, where Saturn lost. You'd assume because he lost and because things went so wrong that he died and he got replaced. The God Knights doesn't seem to be that way. So, you know, maybe he does do that and he manages to, like, he gets hurt by Scopper, but he fends him off or something like that. I think it would be cool. It would be something that could enhance the God Knights and make us care about them a little more. But I think that's the thing. We just don't care. It's just not a matchup yet. And they haven't done anything yet for us to care. So they got to make us care, man. They got to make us care right now.
Yeah.
And we don't.
That's so sad.
I know. I mean, I had decent expectations for the God Knights. Right? It was just like, all right. But I still think they fight the revolutionaries. And so I don't know how much we think Lindbergh can do, but
if Lindbergh pushes back a Knight of God, that'll be the last we get to see.
Why do you hate Lindbergh so much?
If Lindbergh or Morley or Karasu or Bella Betty, if they 1v1 these God Knights, brother, I'm logging off, man.
Yeah, when Lindbergh pulls out like his robot, his stand robot. Oh my god!
I think I feel like physical pain from those chapters. Lindbergh, dude, imagine Lindbergh flies up with a steampunk gun. He shoots Gunko, and Gunko's like, ah!
I've seen Real Steel.
Yeah, I've seen Real Steel.
Yep, that's gonna be
like
Lindbergh.
A little robot.
Yep.
Oh my god! Imagine, you know, Shamrock's out here. And he's fighting Karasu, and then Karasu hits him with the Bella suit, and Shamrock's on his knees. Bro, I think I just have to skip that week, man.
They're revolutionaries for a reason. They're meant to change the world, brother. They're meant to change the world.
Gunko black and blue. Bella Betty's like, is that all you have, Gunko? Dude,
they're meant to change the world, bro. Don't underestimate it.
I don't want him to change the world. I don't like these damn revolutionaries, man.
You gotta embrace it. Don't hate it.
I don't embrace it.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Please
don't cook.
You know?
Please.
And it's so diverse, right? You got Ivankov, can be whatever, right? Lindbergh, who cat mink, dog mink, I'm not sure. Hack, right? You got the I think they're robots.
Your honorary fishman,
right? You got an honorary fishman. You had a buccaneer. You know, it's just so many different races and people mixed up.
It's like, man.
I don't know. I don't even know what Karasu is, right? But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if it's something different. So, what was the giant and
Morley?
Morley's a giant.
Yeah.
Right, but they talk about a giant and the crossover for what's Manchuri? What are they called?
Tontata.
Yeah, the giant and Tontata. Was it a Dosundata?
Yeah, Dosundata.
Hey, that's what Karasu is. Who knows? You know, like we just gotta wait and see. But
I just wish they had better designs, man. Better
Karasu
designs.
Is pretty good.
Karasu, yeah, he's not bad. He just needs to put on a shirt.
Bella Betty,
I feel like she tries too hard.
Yeah, I think she should just like button it. At least one button is cool.
Yeah, button it a little bit. I don't know. Get rid of the glasses, the hat. Get like a new devil fruit.
She's like, just be a different person.
Yeah, be a different person. That's how I feel about most of the revs. Like,
like hack.
I think I like the revs more if they were trying to like rule the world.
That's dark.
Like imagine that happens though. What if Dragon's actually a villain? Like he beats
Dragon's
Emu.
actually like, ha ha!
No, exactly.
You thought I didn't want the world.
He's kind of like Aizen, where we think he's like benevolent, and then he beats Emu.
Then he slicks his hair back.
He slicks his hair back, and then he's like, now I'm on the throne. I'm the real dragon, celestial dragon.
I wouldn't mind it.
That'd be a cool plot twist. Be like
It'd be cool, but it would just like I would like
he
it
drops
actually,
the whole
but
thing where he's like, I'm father from FMAB.
I'm father is crazy.
Yeah.
Luffy, I'm father.
I am father. Don't call me dad. And Luffy's like, I don't know if I had a dad anyways.
I don't know. I didn't think I had one. I know I
Who's
need
this
one.
guy?
Dragon Bean Aizen. I mean, I love Aizen, so I'm all for it. I thought that Aizen reveal was amazing.
Why are
I thought
all
it
the
was
Bleach
fantastic.
references flying high today?
I don't know. I think it's time for a Bleach rewatch.
Yeah, I think it is. I
need it.
But yeah, these Knights of God, they're performing pretty awfully here. Not looking too good. We still have, so I did a countdown. We still have 7 families at least that we need to meet still to hit the original 20 mark that formed the world government.
Damn. So it's a lot that we gotta. So
yeah,
that's
so
kind
we're
of
gonna need 7 more people at least.
Reminds me of the Supreme Grade Blades, where we're like, well, we only know of 3. We need a lot more. And Oda's kind of like, oh shit, well, Shanks is one. Fujitora has one too. Yes. It's just like now you just gotta start just throwing shit out there. So maybe we get a bunch of them still in God Valley. Still here, why not? Just give us the.
We have 5 out of 12. Or sorry, was it like 11 Supreme Grade Blades? Yeah, we only have 5
because
right
Fujitora is a recent reveal out of nowhere that he had a Supreme Grade. Because it's with Shanks.
Shanks is not confirmed to be one yet.
We haven't confirmed Griffin yet.
Yeah, Griffin is not confirmed.
It is Whitebeard. That was after the fact.
Yeah, Whitebeard has one.
Fujitora. We're assuming Nostro.
Yes, Shodai Katetsu is listed as a Supreme Grade. Roger's Sword Ace is one, and then we have Mihawk.
Ace and Yoru. So, it's a lot.
Wait.
It's a lot.
Wait a minute. There's 7 missing families from the Celestial Dragons that we haven't learned about yet. And there's 7 missing Supreme Grade Blades. Brago, I heard you had a theory that the last 7 Supreme Grade Blades belong to the last 7 families of the Celestial Dragons. Is that true?
I think a lot of them are fodder. I don't think so.
You wouldn't? Okay, Garling. Would he have a Supreme Grade?
Yes, Garling would have one.
Shamrock.
Shanks. If you include Shanks, Shamrock, Garling, those 3. Maybe Loki's hammer?
Loki's hammer being a Supreme Grade would be kind of interesting. So the common mindset right now, or at least the theory, this isn't a joke, by the way. I say a lot of joke theories every now and then, saying everybody's talking about this. Brago made a theory about this, but this one I'm for reals about. People are legitimately saying that, and I agree with it too, that the blade in Jarl's head is actually King Harold's blade, because the hilt and the guard, like, they match.
I agree with that.
So that could genuinely be a Supreme Grade blade.
Emu could have a couple Supreme Grade blades in the flower room.
Oh, just like up on the throne? Yeah. Now that I think about it, Rox could have a Supreme Grade blade too.
Yeah, Rox could have one.
And it could follow the same thematic that Roger has, where it's like, Rox's sword could be named Teach. If Roger named his ace, I mean, Rox's sword could be Teach, and then when he beats somebody up, he's like, I just taught you a lesson.
I can see Rox naming his sword Boom.
Boom? Just boom because of the shockwave?
Boom.
We got like one of these Knights of God, the man mayor girl. Brother, Oda just keeps on hiding what's up with her. Next to Scopper, I don't think we've ever seen a character this silhouetted before. Just like hiding her eyes. Do you think she has like one eye like a Cyclops at this point? Do you think she's got like the emu eyes, the Sharingan? Like, what the hell is going on with her? Like, I get hiding her once or twice, but like this is like every single time we've seen her so far, like 4 or 5 times now.
I think Oda's just doing shit. I think it's just him like, ha 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 ha. You wonder what her eyes look like, don't ya?
Yeah.
I think she has regular eyes. Unless she has eyes like Emu, I don't see like the purpose of hiding it.
This could also be like a disrespectful thing. This could be like CP0, where we're like, oh my god, what's underneath Gurnika's mask, Maha's mask, and all these other guys' mask, and then they just die. Like, maybe that just shows that she's such fodder that she's just gonna get slaughtered and Oda doesn't like care that much about her.
it's tough because she's been around, and Oda's still saving her a little bit. But like she's shooting fodder and getting off on like people running away. I mean, that's all of them kind of do. But the game is over, and she's still like, no, not on my watch, buddy. It's not over for me. All right, it's not over for me. So, you know, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say with her.
Yeah.
And that is a her, right?
Yeah. It's like a blue-haired girl.
Yeah, it's could be really important. Could be just fodder in order to just trolling us. I'm leaning
She's
towards
a
the
man
troll.
mayor. You know, she's at least associated with like a decent family.
Man mayor like Gunko.
Yeah, man mayor like Gunko. Her gun feat of like shooting like 9 bullets at once. Pretty impressive, right? Like, is this like a decent feat from a Knight of God? Is this maybe the best feat so far?
When you see like the rich kid with like Exodia.
Oh,
You know?
you're trying to say she like bought her way into this power? Like, oh, she
I
just
don't know.
bought a fancy gun and it's just this good? Like, it's not like skill?
When you had to grind and build your deck up brick by brick, and then the rich kid just buys this completed deck and then pulls up with like all these different cards. There's no soul to it, right? He's just like, these cards don't mean anything to you, right? You didn't have to acquire these cards. You didn't steal it, right? There's no respect there. So for her, it could be skill, or it could just be her being really affluent and having access to something that other people don't have access to. I don't know which.
To be fair, it does look like a very normal gun. Like run of the mill, like Lucky Roo's got this or something. Like Van Auger's gun, very intricate, right? It's got like the crazy scope, the weird like blunderblouse, topping. This is just it's regular.
It does, but I've learned from experience never to give Celestial Dragons the benefit of the doubt.
Damn. Like in a shooting match between her, Yasop, Van Auger, and Usopp, who would like come out on top?
Yasop.
You think Yasop?
Van Auger's close though. You got her?
No, I don't have her.
I'm about to say, sigh. This is privilege.
Yeah,
like I got the Man Meyer girl.
Yeah. Well, I will admit, nobody shot a gun this fast before, so she might be like the fastest. In terms of accuracy, I'd maybe go with like Van Auger. He had a crazy intro feat.
He did have a crazy feat. That
like
feat
what?
was
He shot
crazy.
a bird that wasn't even on the island, and it's just chilling. He's like, oh, yep,
that
whatever.
was crazy. That was crazy.
Yasop shot a ship and it blew up. Which, okay, how about this?
Bang!
The Man Meyer girl, fastest sharpshooter. Yasop, best trick shotter, explosion attack power. Van Auger, best accuracy. Usopp,
most creative, a trick shotter. Even though we haven't really seen any trick shots, I still hope Usopp like whips out a crazy ricochet one day. I just want him to have a gun and like use it like in Wanted. We can bend bullets and shit.
Would you rather Usopp have pop greens or just a gun?
Pop greens. A gun is just, it's unique. The slingshot works, because Usopp is so different. For a while, I want him to have a gun, but I'm like, that's so typical. I would like for him to own a gun though, just in case. Just have a gun for special situations. But he has a slingshot, but now just have a gun on your holster. That'd be good.
How about this? He has a slingshot that looks like a gun.
I like that.
Like he holds it like this, but to shoot it, he like whips out a thing and like. So he gets like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I just want him to have like a gun, maybe not like a sniper or anything. Just have a rifle. Why not? Just carry. Even if you don't, you just carry it.
Man, Usopp
I know he lost all his gains post time skip, but he needs something.
He needs to do something with those pop greens, man. They're not working anymore. Like it's so outdated. Like it was good at Fishman Island, but past that, it's just kind of.
Once he brings out the poison pop, what you gonna do?
Like realistically, like jokes aside, in a 1v1, Usopp versus this Man Meyer girl, even if she can't regenerate, let's say she can't regenerate. Conqueror's Hockey doesn't matter. I don't know if Usopp's winning still. Like Usopp
I'd give
couldn't
Usopp.
damage page 1, man. Like he needs an upgrade, something. Like
One was a
just like
monster.
he needs a pop red.
What about poison pop?
The hell is poison pop?
Like a poison pop green where like it lets out fumes, you know? You gotta start fighting like the goat. Usopp, he lets out the poison pop and he has like a mask just ready.
So he's just like a poison fighter. I mean, that'd be cool. He doesn't really seem like the
Like-
type though.
Oh. Because what if the person dies and he's gonna feel bad?
What if like Usopp uses poison pop, and then Chopper's like, Usopp, what are you doing? You're messing with deadly diseases.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Chopper.
I gotta go heal him.
Like if you're not gonna beat page 1, get the hell out of my way.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That was sad. I remember like I was one of those guys where I was like, yo, Usopp's he's gonna beat page 1 1v1, brother. I thought it was gonna happen.
I mean, it was trending that way. You kind of felt like, oh, Usopp's gonna rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Oh, he did have his skull cracked, right?
Usopp had his skull cracked. I mean, to be fair though, like Nami, you know, it didn't even have to be like a 1v1. Even like Big Mom hit ulti and now Nami's just landing the finishing blow. Like, even if we got that for page 1, I think that'd be kind of cool for Usopp. Like, Big Mom hit page 1 and he's weakened, but now Usopp's coming and he's gonna finish it off. Like that, I think that'd be fine too. But
yeah,
damn, dude,
I think
not even Tobi Roppo level. That's so sad. I like Usopp. I mean, I hate Usopp, but I want to change that perspective, right?
Or are we underestimating the Tobi Roppo?
You did say that Tobi Roppo were Admiral level characters.
People say, not me.
People were saying, yeah. You're right. Maybe we
People
were too quick to judge that opinion.
I think throwing them in Admirals, no, that was crazy. But it's like, man, we were power scaling off the shoes, man. It was crazy. Oda had us hyped. So Usopp not beating page 1 and ulti. I mean, I think I would have ulti in page 1, maybe 2 and 3.
Out of all the Tobi Roppo?
Yeah. I think I had him 1 and 2 before, the cover story they were caught by Who's seemingly. So
I don't know. I think I have them near the
Who's still
bottom.
stronger. Don't tell me you have Black Maria over them. Because for whatever reason, you think Black Maria is this powerhouse.
I think Black Maria is over him, brother. I'm not gonna lie. Page 1, I think, is the weakest.
Black Maria is so ass, huh?
X Drake aside, I think page 1's the weakest.
Page 1? Oh, weaker than Sasaki?
Yeah, Sasaki. He's kind of him, brother.
I guess. Listen. I would say for me, ulti's definitely 2. Get Black Maria out of here. Sasaki, get him out of here. I would say X Drake may be like underrated, maybe. But Black Maria might be at the bottom for me.
I got page 1, ulti, Sasaki, Black Maria, who's who.
You got Black Maria 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to put respect on him, man. I'm sorry.
Why?
I have to do it.
Why do you have to do that?
I just have to, man. I'm like a man possessed.
He's like, I have to.
So,
yeah, I'm not.
Getting to the final upscale of the convo, Captain John, man. Captain John potentially having the Jika no Mi. Pretty cool stuff. He might just die and then his fruit gets respawned. Kid eats it. It's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
I think this is a plot point that nobody really expected, right? Just Captain John whipping this out.
No, but what if Captain is like a name and not a title?
That is a long-running theory that people made fun of for years. People actually thought that Captain John and Captain Kid were connected because of that. They're like, oh, like that's their names. And it's like, now we can't laugh at it anymore because it's like legitimately happening.
Because I thought of that the other day, where it's just like all these names we have now, right? These last names. Somebody came up with them. Right?
Yeah.
And at some point, somebody was just like, you know what? I'm tired of my last name. How about Scrags? Yeah.
Scrags.
Yeah. Scrags. Right? Or McNulty. Like somebody came up with that
Those
shit
are good
and
names,
decided
by
that
the
their
way.
family line is going to do that. So I think, you know, if somebody's like, how about Captain? How about my last name being Captain? And I'm surprised more people don't do that today. I mean, people do it by like hyphenating and shit nowadays. That's more prevalent. But I'm talking about like straight up starting my family line. I get a new last name, and now all my kids and my wife got a new last name. And this is the beginning of our family line.
You know how sad it would have to be though to just say, "Oh yeah, like I want all of my people to be captain, so I'm gonna put my last name as Captain."
What about power?
Yeah, see, it sounds like you're trying too hard. Like, hey, here's Powerful John, my son,
No, John Powers.
John Powers. That sounds like a Marvel DC name.
You know, like that's like Steve Kerr. You know the name of his son is
Who?
Steve Kerr. You know what he named his son?
No, what's his name?
Nick Kerr.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, it's like metagaming, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so I think you should have fun with it.
Yeah,
If you
I
had
mean,
to pick a
especially in the
last
world of
name,
One
Sai,
Piece. In the world of One
What-
Piece, I say yeah, have fun with it.
you had to pick a new last name, what would you pick?
A new last name?
Yep, you're making up the last name that your family line is gonna use.
I would go with something like super Latin.
Latin.
Yeah, I don't know, just dead language. It's the OG,
Okay.
you know. I don't know what I'd go
like,
with, but yeah, I feel like that's the vein I would strike with my pickaxe. What would
So
you go
you're
for?
going for
Would you like switch it up and go like Spanish or something? Or maybe like Chinese.
No. I was like Chinese, like what?
I don't know, like Jin.
Kung Pao?
Whoa! Kung Pao! Gonna start calling you Kung Pao Chicken. I don't know,
Kung Pao
man.
Brago?
I think it'd be interesting to just like, have like a random like foreign last name. They're like, how did that happen? Like, and then you could have like a crazy story, like The Last Samurai.
I think the last name would have to matter and mean something to you.
Oh.
That why it's, you know what I'm saying? So like it has to be like a reason behind it so that it's like it's a story that goes down through your family line, you know? So it shouldn't be just like, what about acupuncture?
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'd probably be like Tequila Sai.
Okay. Wait. So your last name is Tequila Sai?
No, just Tequila.
Oh, Tequila. Okay.
So Sai
I thought you were
Tequila.
combining Sai to it because it's just like that's like an alias that I've carried for a while.
Oh no.
I may use Brago.
Last name Brago?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your first name?
What's my first name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Brago.
So you'd be Brago.
Yeah.
Okay, good save. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, Captain being like his actual last name, a little bit silly, but it could literally happen, right?
It's not crazier things have happened in
Yeah,
One Piece than
what?
Captain being somebody's
And
real
then,
name.
so would Eustace be his middle name?
Eustace.
Like Eustace Captain Kid. So maybe Captain's like maybe Captain's the middle name. Like John, for
Or maybe he
example,
took his mother's
he's like,
name.
Jonathan Captain John.
Or maybe like he hyphenated.
Oh,
But they just
yeah.
put Captain. You know, it's kind of like with Goldie Roger.
Yeah.
Like, but they did it with Jika. It's like, no, we have to hide this Captain name. We're not gonna hyphenate it. He's Eustace Captain Kid.
That'd be crazy. Who would have thought, brother? Captain
I know a lot of
John.
people like, oh, Kid. The Kid hate is overblown. Stop it.
It is.
That's enough.
He's gonna
That's
come
enough,
back.
guys. That's enough. Like, he didn't have a fair shake. Even
He's
though
not
some of
done
it's his
yet.
fault. But no, he's not done. He's not done.
Who do you think is better with the fruit? Like, if they were to fight right now, like this Captain John versus Kid would win.
I think Kid would win.
I think Kid would win.
I think for whatever reason, I think Kid is underrated in today's One Piece.
I saw your top 30 list. Kid was like what, number 12?
No. No, he was like 24.
24.
20.
That's close.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
it's
12
like
and times by 2. There you go, 24.
yeah, he's like 24. I can't put him with like Zoro and Garp and Fuji.
Yeah, like Kid, it's like the same thing they do with Big Mom, right? They're like, oh, she's the weakest Yonko. It's like, okay, Kid.
Yeah, so he goes in the weakest of like that
the 3 billions or something.
It's like some people feel like he's in between right hands and admirals now, and like who are the people you put in between there? And so a lot of people feel like Sabo, Ben Beckman, Zoro, Yamato, Kid, Law, that group. They put Green Bull in there too, because
So Kid's around that level.
That's how people view Kid. That's
not a bad thing. Like, he's surrounded by good players. It's kind of like the Rob Lucci hate, right? They're like, oh, Rob Lucci's weak, but it's like, okay, but you really think about it. Rob Lucci, I don't know if he shows up in a top 30, but he showed up like in a top 40 though, for sure.
Well, the thing is, if I kind of look at it like this. This is how I kind of gauge characters. If Rob Lucci's on the Straw Hats, where would he be?
He'd probably be like around above or below Jinbei.
I think he's definitely above the Fish.
The Fish is crazy. But I mean, Oda would approve of that. I mean, Oda does not care about these fishmen whatsoever. Like, Barbell has his face, like he's in the chapter, but Oda covered Barbell's face, which is just so disrespectful.
He's like, yeah, fuck it, they know who it is.
There's literally like panel space to put Barbell in there and not cover his face, but they said, nope, just hide it, brother.
Yeah, I think he's above Jinbei. But
that's another thing too. People are saying there's a reason why Oda hid Barbell's face.
Ooh. What's the reason?
I mean, it goes back to when Barbell was first introduced and he had like the fire hair. And then we saw that like in God Valley's intro, Barbell doesn't have the fire hair. People are saying he has the Mare no Mi and he's kind of like Cyndaquil, where like Cyndaquil's
marked,
bald, and then boom, Cyndaquil's fighting and like the fire pops out. It's like that.
That'd be nice. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's just like the Mare no Mi. And then of course, like, kind of like Captain John here, people are saying Barbell dies and then the fruit gets respawned and Ace takes it.
That'd be nice. That'd be really cool. Like I said, we like when things feel like they're kind of super. Everything has been close and really in arm's length all along, and it just gets reincarnated and moved around in the same circle. Another
great one. People don't really know about this one because it's in the Ace light novel. But Kaku's devil fruit, the giraffe fruit, Ace and Blackbeard actually kill the person that had it before Kaku, and then Kaku gets it later.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like one of those hidden things. Like, if you don't read the Ace light novels, you won't know that. But yeah, Blackbeard and Ace team up. They beat the guy with the giraffe fruit, and then Kaku gets it. Which like everything is really connected. If Barbell, it sounds like a meme, but if Barbell really does have the Mare no Mi and he dies, yeah, Ace could get it. I mean, somehow, some way, we have to explain the stupid fire hair that he has. It could just be like a fishman haircut that we don't know about because we're uncultured, but it could be the Mare.
Yes.
I mean, he even this is a joke, but he had like the red beaded necklace too, just like Ace.
I remember you said, yo, that's Ace's necklace.
Yeah,
it's the same one. It's the exact same one.
It's the same one, dude. Like, Barbell is kind of,
and Barbell's wider than Whitebeard. Maybe.
And
Ganzui,
I don't know if you ever noticed this. We've never seen Ganzui's feet in this flashback.
Oh, okay.
And that's important because at Thriller Bark, of course, Dr. Hogback and Gecko Moria, they were effing around with corpses and they were just putting random stuff here and there. Like, Absalom was like part tiger, elephant, whatever. But Ganzui at Thriller Bark, he had elephant feet. He had like the bottom of an elephant.
Maybe he might have that still. That's how he came.
Yeah, people are thinking he either came that way or maybe like that's his devil fruit, and then they just implanted extra elephant feet on him after death or something, just so he always has that power. It's kind of like a Gil Bastar. Gil Bastar has the power to grow like extra arms, and then at Thriller Bark they attach the extra arms.
Yeah, I think like
People are saying he has the Hana Hana no Mi, like he was the previous user, and that it kind of explains it.
Gil.
Yeah, because like in this chapter we see him with 2 arms, and then in the previous God Valley through Kuma he had 4 arms, and then at Thriller Bark he has 4 arms. So people are saying like he actually had the Hana Hana, he died, and then Hogback just attached extra arms for fun, just to like bring him back to his prime or something.
I like all these theories.
Yeah.
I like keeping everything kind of contained, and that these devil fruits just siphoning through the same groups of people for the most part, so it can be traced back. At some point, I would like I don't know if it's just a devil fruit story, just like maybe like some of the origin stories. You know,
you're looking for like the Devil
they-
Fruit Encyclopedia. It's funny you say that. There's actually going to be like an official Japanese one that's going to release soon.
The only thing with that is just that they can't list all the devil fruits, so it's just going to be the ones
Yeah.
we've seen before. So like,
Yeah. And
What's the
it
point?
really just shows like new designs. It doesn't really show like who's the previous
Yeah.
user, etc. Like imagine we get like
Yeah.
a list of that, and there's like 100 users of like one fruit. It's a fruit we
But
never
the
seen
thing is,
either.
like, I think it'd be cool if they listed some previous users, but it's like names we don't know. And
Exactly.
It's like a setup for like the next stuff. It's like, oh, who's
Or maybe just like lore building, like
who's Lewis?
you know, Saint Somers' dad had the
Yeah.
spring Nomi.
But Oda would have to approve all this, think of all this, and make it make sense for the future too, and
Yeah.
for like whatever they plan after One Piece ends. So it's like you can't just arbitrarily just throw things out there and like, oh, just fuck it, put it in the book. Or you could just do it and be like, oh, it's not approved by Oda, so don't take
How
this.
about
you know.
this? I'm sure Oda gets like a lot of Make-A-Wishes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I love One Piece. I'm dying of cancer. Like, can I meet Oda, etc. Like, I'm sure we have a lot of that. You know, that's wholesome.
For sure.
Oda could immortalize all those dead kids by putting their names in that Devil
Oh.
Fruit Encyclopedia as previous users.
That's cool and fucked up though.
Yeah, okay. Of course, you'd have like the kids consent. Like, hey, kid, what's your favorite fruit? You like a Nell's fruit? Okay. What's your name? Joshua, the previous user of the Rumble no Mi.
And then people gonna be like, Oda just went to these kids to collect their names so he could use them in his damn book.
So yeah, at some point it becomes a death note, huh?
Oda's like, are there any more
Yeah.
cancer patients that need
The
that need
more
me
I
to
think
see
about
them?
it, the more effed up it becomes. Maybe not, actually.
Are there any more cancer patients
Hey, yo,
that
scrap this
that need
idea.
to see me?
Who's dying today, huh? Well, what
Put 'em-
devil fruit would you want?
Put them all on my desk. Hello,
Yeah. And then
Sammy.
it's even more messed up because, like, in lore, they'd also be dead too.
Exactly.
Yeah. How they die in the story? Well, they had cancer. Jeez.
Sammy, what devil fruit is your favorite?
God, dude.
Like you said, it's just a death note at that point.
Yeah.
No.
So last thing we'll touch on, then we'll get the hell out of here. Mafy. We love Mafy. Design-wise, teeth, beams, everything about her, A1. How was she able to shoot a beam?
Deep throat. I think she could be modified.
Mm.
You know, maybe there's a big barrel in her throat where we're not seeing it.
Like cola?
And it just looks, yeah. Or she could have maybe some green blood, and she's taking some of a baby Five's powers.
This is crazy considering Vegapunk isn't even around yet.
Right.
I mean, we have to remember, right? Jokes aside, Saturn is the godhead of scientific defense.
Said, hey, don't forget I know science too, Vegapunk.
Don't forget, Vegapunk, you can't let one slide under my nose.
Nothing is going to get past me, Vegapunk, so don't even try it. Everything got past him.
Literally everything gets past him, and then we've seen like almost nothing from Saturn scientifically. Like, oh, he experimented on Ginny, but guess what? Ginny was a failure. Like, what?
Like,
Saturn.
it's just.
Not a
I
lot
think
of
it was
W's
just like,
there, man.
if I'm Vegapunk, I'm laughing at that threat because I'm like, bro, you wouldn't need me if you could do shit. Like, what are you talking
Exactly.
about?
But, like, maybe this is where Saturn redeems himself. Maybe Saturn is like, yes, Mafy, my greatest
That is
creation.
funny. Don't you forget. Don't you dare double cross me because it won't get past me.
Yeah.
Implemented Bonnie being able to control all the pacifista.
God.
Nothing Saturn knows about. Insane. Shout out to Saturn, man.
We were talking about devil fruits being interconnected. People might not like that idea, but people have been saying that this could just be a devil fruit. This could be your boy's fruit.
My boy.
My beau. I'm trying to do an impression of him right now to really just get you in the mood.
All right.
Oh.
Kizaru?
Yeah, Kizaru. Yeah. That was good,
Okay.
huh? I like triggered all the senses right there.
Funny. Fun fact. I went down a rabbit hole the other day
Okay.
because I saw what's the upper moon one?
Akaza? Oh, Kokushibo.
Okushibo. And I was watching the scene where he pulled up when Akaza was attacking Doma, and then he pulled up and like told Akaza like, "Hey, do you understand?
What are you
Not
doing?
fucking around." Right? And I was like, "Oh my god, like his voice." You know he's Kizaru's voice actor?
Kokushibo's Kizaru?
Yes.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yes. I thought that was insane too.
Here's a fun fact. Channing Tatum actually plays Akaza's teacher in the English dub.
I saw a video floating around Twitter of him doing some dubbing, but I knew I wasn't going to watch the dub, so I didn't click on it.
Yeah, Channing Tatum, not a bad voice actor.
I like Channing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Crazy
Step
name.
Up.
He sounds like a One Piece character. Like you erase just erase Channing Tatum from your mind and now just put the name Channing Tatum into One Piece. I feel like it fits.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, like Garp's like,
Is that his
there's
real
Channing
name?
Tatum.
You think that's his real name?
I don't know. I'll look it up. But yeah, like people are saying that Mafy has Kizaru's devil fruit.
I'm not mad at it. That's cool. That'd be nice.
But that would also mean that she dies.
I mean, she didn't save both kids, so.
Yeah. Would Garling actually kill her though? Like, I feel
Darling
like this
is
isn't
a prick.
exactly her fault, man.
Hey, you were there. You had
I
the
would
opportunity
blame
and you failed.
the caretaker more than Mafy. Mafy saved one of them.
And I'd blame both of them.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if somebody lost your kids or your dogs or anybody,
I'm sorry, everybody.
I'd be pretty pissed.
Everybody's getting it. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. You're going to get the fisting of love. Mafy having the Pika Pika no Mi, I think that's pretty solid. That Saturn augmenting her. I think there's a lot of ways we can make this work. People are saying her hair kind of is shaped like a volcano, kind of like Krakatoa.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with that. It's kind of shaped like Mount Fuji.
It could mean everything. It could mean nothing at the same time.
Yeah, like we've seen, it's like Garling, right? We see his silly haircut. Like, I don't know what to make of that. Like, is it something? Is it nothing?
The Celestial Dragons, look at his fashion. Like, this is dope.
Honestly, it's not awful.
It could be worse.
I hope she sticks around, but I feel like we will see Knights of God die on this island. Are you feeling the same way? Do you think they'll die here? Like maybe one or two of them, maybe three?
Die. This could be a great way to show that death is possible for the God Knights and how that would occur. So yeah, maybe one or two. We have too many powerful people here. Just no casualties.
I think some of them will die and then they'll get replaced with like newer generations, like Killingham's, right? I feel like he's not here. I feel like he'll become one later. Even Gunko, people are kind of debating like, oh, is she a God Knight yet, or is she just like a assistant? Blah blah blah. Like, yeah, she's just maybe doesn't have the full title yet. But I mean, even looking at the Rocks Pirates, right? A lot of the Rocks Pirates are, I wouldn't say they're like all dead, but Gonzoi's dead, Gale Bastar is dead, Captain John is dead. People assume Barbell is dead. Shiki, we have no idea where the hell he's at. Rox is dead. Like, yeah, like if some of the Knights of God die on this island, totally fine.
Bakken looks dead. So it's just, yeah, I think in general.
That is it for this video, guys. Let us know what you thought down below. How do you feel about the Knights of God? Are they ass like Brago infers, or are they still absolute chads?
They're in the middle.
Brago's like, whoa, damage control. Wait a minute.
They're in the middle. They're in the middle.
Yeah.
They're in the middle.
I think they're very much in the middle too. Even as a Knight of God fan, they're not looking great. Garling, pull it back, please. And that's all we gotta say. But yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
Sounds crazy.
Peace it out, y'all.